This time I'll ask all the students to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Meeting call order at 7:04 p.m. Call the roll. Anthony Boyle. Here. Mary Dyson. Here. George McClay. Here. Dr. Colgan.
Here.
I'm present. Stephen Pulaski. Here. Robert Sullivan. Here. All present and accounted for. At this time, I'll ask for the presentation of the awards, Mr. Smith, from the 10th grade school.
Good evening, everyone. This is a big month. This was for January. These were students that exemplify our code of conduct. So we're very proud of these students, and we thank you all for coming out tonight. In kindergarten, Liam Sloan. And Mom was so worried about him coming to kindergarten. Nice job, Liam. At first grade, we have Justin Presbyorka. Justin, here he is.
Spin around, face your mom, hold it up.
There we go. What do you think?
There you go, that's good.
Good job. In second grade, we have Abigail DiPasquale. Is Abigail here? In third grade, Aiden Sloan. Great job. You're welcome. In fourth grade, Liam Horan. Liam here? Fifth grade, Ava Zelensky. Here she is. Nice job. Sixth grade, James McDonald. Fantastic. Great job. Seventh grade, Tyler Wilgozinski. And eighth grade, Lauren Check.
Simmons for the high school.
Hello. The University of Pennsylvania's Mahoney Institute for Neuroscience invited students from our school to participate in the local heat of the 2015 National Brain Bake, part of Brain Awareness Week, sponsored by the Society for Neuroscience. The local heat was held on Saturday, February 6th, and included many students from schools throughout the Philadelphia area. 8 of our students participated, including Hayden Sandow,
You can walk up if you want to get a better, but I should have said that to everybody. I apologize.
Teresa Presbyorka, thank you. Diana Quinn, Cameron Thompson, Destiny Torres. Christina Foley, and Julia Souza Santos. Just for a special note, Diana, Teresa, Hayden, and Christina made it into the third round of the competition, with Teresa Presbiorka coming in third overall. Congratulations.
I'll entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda. Motion by Boyle, second by Pulaski. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The approval of the minutes from the January board meeting. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Seconded by Deißler. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. As we usually do at the meeting, all those who received an award and their families, we congratulate you, and the board would not be terribly offended if you decided to leave at this point. And when we get into the regular business, it can be tedious and a little bit long, so if you choose to leave and walk out the door, the board would not be offended in the least bit. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Report from the executive session. The board met in executive session tonight from 5:30 until just before coming into the room. We discussed some budget issues, some personnel issues, and had discussions with the CEO. We also met in a work session on February 4th, at which time we had board council present, and we had our yearly ethics training for the board, and we completed the filing of our ethics report, which are required to be submitted to the state. That happened on February 4th. At the February 4th meeting, we also discussed the budget issues, and it was the board's determination at that point to form a board subcommittee for fundraising, which we will be hearing about a little later tonight. So that's the report for the executive session. This time I'd ask the segment for the CEO's report.
Good evening. Philadelphia Academy Charter has been granted the 21st Century After School Grant. We were awarded $1.2 million that will cover after-school programming and summer programming over the next 3 years. The grant allows us to offer a comprehensive after-school program at both our high school and our elementary school. Although we are beginning the program expansion next week, because we had already started the program on a small scale, we're still awaiting our final contract approval and the funds to be released from the Department of Education. At this point, we're going to fund the start of that expansion of the program over the next couple of weeks, as budget issues at the state level have delayed the grant approval since September. Please save the date. We will be having our spring bingo on Friday, May 6th at Pax High School. We also have our summer golf outing, which has been scheduled for Monday, June 20th at Ben Salem Country Club. We replaced one of our analog DVD players at our elementary school with a digital video recorder, with the hope that that bridge recorder will allow us, as we go forward, to add more digital cameras outside the building, especially at the elementary school. Our fundraisers that we have been talking about over the last couple of months that families have so graciously participated in, like Amazon Smile, Target, and United Way. Over the last couple of weeks, we've received checks from each of those three organizations totaling almost $1,400. So the purchases that you've made through Amazon Smile or at Target really do make a difference and do come back to the school. And I'd just like to say thank you for continuing to do that.
Thank you. Principals report from the high school.
Good evening. The annual dodgeball tournament will take place next week in our high school gym. This year, all proceeds from our dodgeball tournament will go to support one of our fellow students, 8th grader AJ Hesser. We are pleased to partner with the grade school to help support AJ. Senior projects will be due on April 16th, 2016. Seniors have been working hard on their projects and we expect to see fine results. The Lady Chargers basketball team finished their season 14-5. Taylor Fritz was named first team All-Public and Allie Brodell was named honorable mention All-Public. Then yesterday, we received the surprise news that we will meet Sayre for a state playoff berth next Thursday. So we're very excited about that. Good luck to the ladies, Mr. Smith and Mr. Suplick. And finally, congratulations to the chess team on a fine season, finishing 6-4 and just missing the playoffs. The team was led by seniors Hallie Hamiston, Jaron Gigi, Justin Mayer, Dan McDonald, and Jeff Days, and junior Jason Large Green. Jaron Gigi compiled an 8-2 record, earning team MVP honors. Kudos to all for a fine season. Thank you.
Thank you. For the grade school report, Ms. Schmidt.
Good evening, everyone. Last Thursday night, we had our curriculum showcase. Workshops were given by our teachers in the areas of early literacy, middle school math and science, autistic support, and high school social studies and science. 30 parents came out despite the frigid temperatures and icy conditions. Attendees were surveyed and feedback from the parents was overwhelmingly positive. A guest speaker from the organization Minding Your Mind came to PAX earlier this week to speak to our 7th and 8th grade students in regards to harassment and bullying. This was put together by the teachers in response to issues the students have been having. The entire school community, as Megan said as well, is rallying for one of our students who was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma a few months back. The staff quickly contributed over $600 to provide the student with a care package for treatments. PAX also sold 800 t-shirts that the student designed herself. And those t-shirts were provided at no cost from one of the vendors that we use regularly. They did those for us at no cost. We're participating in Pasta for Pennies, which also benefits leukemia and lymphoma. And the high school has dedicated their annual dodgeball tournament to this student. Special thanks to Danielle Vidito for her support of the student and leading all of these activities at the grade school. Our 8th grade parents have gathered together in a committee to do some fundraising, and they're selling March Money Madness tickets. I believe Joyce has some of those, if anyone is interested in purchasing one. They're on the table. If anyone interested in purchasing one, they cost $10, and you get a number that matches with the daily number for every day in March. The proceeds from that fundraiser will benefit the 8th grade graduation activities, and the remainder will be used toward the purchase of external security cameras at the grade school. And last but not least, our grades 4 through 12 play The Sound of Music is taking place at the Klein Life Community Center the weekend from March 10th to March 13th, and I hope to see a lot of you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Special education, Ms. Adams, how are you?
Thank you. We're very excited to let everyone know that a student in our transition program has been offered employment through Aramark, situated at Archbishop Ryan. And so this will make the oldest student who is aging out of our program this year employed competitively for 4 days a week, 2 part-time jobs. And that was our goal, to have all our students who age out of the program employed. So we are really very, very excited about this. Additionally, another one of our community partners has inquired about employing 2 more of our students who are in the intern program for part-time employment. So we're very excited that the transition program is going very well. Next year, we will have 5 more interns in the program, only 1 leaving, 5 more coming in. So we will need to expand it further. But we've had 100% success with our goal now to have the 1 student each get employed. We're hoping every year that we continue with that rate of success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Transportation, Mr. Hurd.
Good evening. Right now, we're nearing the end of our mid-year inspection season for most of our large yellow buses. And so far, the vehicles are passing well. We've got a couple of vehicles left that still need to be inspected by the end of March. And then we should be good at that point through near the end of the summer. The only other thing I have is I want to make a special mention that I believe is in order for one of our long-tenured drivers who recently informed us that she intends to retire as soon as we're able to find a replacement for her. Rita Ryder has worked as a PAX Bus driver for 10 years. We're grateful for her service to the students here at PAX, and we wish her well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Tom. Home and school report, Ms. Burke.
There's a father-daughter dance that's coming up next Saturday, February 27th. The tickets will be sent home the end of this week and next week. The culinary department, along with the home and school, are hosting our first ever Mardi Gras dinner on Thursday, March 3rd, from 6 to 8 at the high school. We will have dinner served, games, and crafts. Our Yankee Candle sale is now starting. It will go now until April 8th. There's packets over there, and they were sent home with the youngest sibling this week. We are having a March Madness youth uniform sale, and everything in our collection will be $2.
Thank you. Parent Advisory Council.
Nothing I'm paid to.
Okay, thank you. And talking transition report. Okay, well, Mrs. Adams covered that quite well, thank you. Our Tom Tower was unable to be with us tonight. We were briefed on the finances in executive session by the CEO. We'll follow up with Tom at a later date. Anything, Mayor, nothing from the budget committee? Under committee reports, as I discussed earlier, when we met in our work session on February 4th, we decided that a fundraising committee of the board was appropriate. That was the brainchild of Dr. McColgan. She got that up and running. We put some things out in the emails that go out to the school community, and I'll ask you to expand on that a little bit now.
Thank you. I was hoping that we could develop a subcommittee of the board to focus on fundraising. We have a very vibrant parent community as well as outside of our parents that I think we can engage to help us raise some funds to cover some of our deficit spending and the cuts that we've been getting from the school board, et cetera. We have an amazing home and school association who really gets us all engaged in fundraising from the kids' standpoint and families. But what I'd like to do is develop a subcommittee to help us bring in local businesses, maybe even national businesses, to help invest in our school, invest in our educational programs so that Ms. Sigmund, who's been doing an amazing job cutting spending and making us more efficient so that we can cut our deficit, so that we can have Ms. Sigmund and our staff focus on expanding our educational programs, getting our high school on the model school list, maybe getting some of the things back that we've lost in a few years, and to help us to maintain our transportation program so that we keep our transportation in-house and that we can keep our transporting our 5th through 8th graders and some of the other wonderful programs that we've had here. So I am asking for volunteers, people who would be interested in meeting maybe once a month, maybe once every other month, but more importantly to help us network and come come up with ideas to develop a plan for how we can bring in bigger fundraisers and supporters of of our school, and work together to network and develop lists, et cetera, and work those lists so that we maybe can have less of the smaller fundraisers and more big fundraisers. So if you are interested, you can email me, Ms. Sigmund or myself, and I'll be putting together a list, hopefully to plan a meeting within the next month or so.
Yeah, and that, just to be clear, we have some volunteers already. It doesn't actually have to be a PAX person. If you know somebody in the community that would be willing to jump up committee, or somebody in business, we'll take anybody. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
I have a question along the lines of that. Did we ever find out if we could do like beef and beers and that kind of stuff?
We can't do anything with alcohol on the school location, but
But
certainly
outside
could do
somewhere.
outside of school, yes.
Also on the board committee front, the bylaw committee is going to take a look at the bylaws in the coming months. We're going to report back to the board on proposed changes, if any, and we'll keep the school community advised on that. Anything under old business? New business? Regarding the resolutions, the first resolution is a resolution of the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia Academy Charter School to approve the purchase of a server from Net Structure Solutions. When we were briefed on this by the CEO, we have 2 servers that would work on this. The replacement of the server will cost $7,900. The CEO reported that we would probably have to replace the second server in the coming months. So we're going to verbally amend this resolution at the time to make the resolution read, instead of 1 server, we're going to replace the 2 servers. And the price of $7,900.43, the resolution will now cost $15,886.86. $15,800.86. That way we get both servers out of the way and it's taken care of. Yep, and we'll keep the third as the backup. So with all the iPhones and everything, particularly in the transition program with the iPhones and the iPads, and I know Rick knows a lot of that. So I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Second by Dysler. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Second resolution is a resolution of the Board of Trustees for Philadelphia Academy Charter School to approve $5,500 for the renewal of Sage accounting software for the consulting group. That's the accounting software that we use mainly for accounting purposes here at the school. We also handle our payroll through that. And that is the cost of that software going into the next calendar year. Do I have a motion? Motion by Coleman, second by Cool. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Anything under public comment? Clay makes a motion to adjourn. Seconded by Pulaski. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you all for coming out here. Appreciate it.
Who's selling that? I'm sorry? Who's selling that?